Guillaume, come on.
Biggleswade United director of football Guillaume Balaguet being instructed what to do by one of his players. Good family environment here at Biggleswade United. You should come along, check it out. £6 for an adult, £3 for a concession.
It really is a good environment, a good spectacle tonight. We're live. Right, we're live.
Although the weather doesn't seem too great, the quality of football is really living up to
the weather.
Sloppy. Although Biggleswade United are in control of the game at 1-0, 5 minutes after half time. But here are Colney Heath in the right hand side corner. The ball's cleared away for a Colney Heath throw in just inside the attacking third. Matt, what are your thoughts on the game so far?
I think it's been a sort of quite close game, not many chances for either team. It's to be expected with the conditions. Although we've got a nice ball in midfield, but he's been taken out.
That's right, Matt. That is Demi Nichols Benson.
He's been taken out.
Taken out on the right wing. As Biggleswade United are awarded a free kick just inside the Colney Heath half. Looks like it's going to be taken by Joe Gorman.
Quite fantastic support tonight, given the conditions. Wouldn't you agree, Cam?
Oh, definitely. I mean, really windy, really wet, quite cold as well. So, you know, well done to everyone that's made the journey out here to Second Meadow to brave the conditions and show their support to Biggleswade United.
Oh, definitely.
And what was your take on the goal, Matt? Was it good build-up play? I mean, was it deserved or?
It was fantastic build-up play. I'd say on the balance of play it was deserved. As I said, game of where chances have been few and far between. But on the balance of play, I think Biggleswade United deserved to be a goal in front.
As here, well mopped up at the back there from Gaz Hunt. Biggleswade United look to play their way out from the back. As their manager Christian Colas likes to do. Spanish manager, of course.
Of course, and he is managed in Liga Adelante, I believe. Is that right?
I'm not sure. We'll have to check with Chairman Chris Lewis.
Don't ask me.
Or possibly General Manager of the club, Elliot Brown. Elliot, what are your thoughts on the game up till now?
Not a lot's changed since I've made my comments from the last half, to be honest. I think we deserve to be one ahead, but there hasn't been too much in it. They've found it hard to get out their half at times, but I think generally it's a deserved lead.
Agreed. So it's 1-0 to Biggleswade United in the 54th minute of the game, approaching the 55th. Could we see substitutions in a bit, Matt?
I think the manager will freshen it up in about 5 minutes.
I'm going to have to interrupt you here. Go Colney Heath with a shot, but it's blazed over the bar. Sorry, I interrupted you there. Would you like to?
No problem at all, Martin. I think they'll freshen it up in about 5 minutes. Christian will look to put in a fresh pair of legs, possibly in midfield. But we'll have to wait and see.
Nick Elliott's been running a shift today. Do you think he could be a potential to be replaced, or are we thinking more in Gareth Hunt, who's on the ball more of the time and making darting runs, so possibly fatigue could be an issue.
He'll leave Nick Elliott on for the leadership.
Exactly, he is team captain after all.
He's the captain, he's the manager's voice on the pitch, so I think it will be the other central midfielder, Gareth Hunt, that comes off.
Just to pull you back on a comment you made earlier, who's Martin?
You?
That's not my name, but anyway.
Sorry, Camden.
Here go Biggleswade United with Jaden Irish, but the ball is put out for a Colney Heath throw-in, which has dismayed some of the Biggleswade United fans. Taking their time, getting back into shape. Long throw-in taken. Of course, the conditions are similar to Stoke, and where Rory Delap made his name.
Well, they are, and they're a big team, so the conditions, I'm sure they're used to playing in these types of conditions with 2 or 3 games a week.
And the ball's out for a Biggleswade United throw. And there seems to be a lot of the ball out of play during this game. It'd be interesting to see how much of the ball is actually in play.
No, I agree, it's very stop-start. It's a bit bitty.
Could that be blamed on the conditions?
It could. But see, he needs to play it first time. He's holding on to it too long.
Well, here's Nick Elliott, though, making a darting run through midfield. He plays it out wide.
I'd like to see a little bit more one-touch football, personally.
Oh, well, here's a great incisive ball to Charlie Black, who plays it in the middle. Whizzes past the right-hand post
Best action of the
by Charlie Black. It was a great effort. Should he have done better?
I think he should have got his head up, pulled it back. There's a man on the edge of the box.
There was. Nichols Benson was there and waiting at the far post as well, so possibly could have picked him out, but opted to go for the shot himself, and ultimately it's now a Colney Heath goal kick as the ball is played up into the centre of the park and
Number 9.
taken under by Reece Cameron. As Colney Heath try and drive through Biggleswade United defence.
What did you say? I can't see it.
Both sides trying to play out from the back, it seems. Judging by the wet conditions, is that something that you would choose today?
I think...
Well, here comes... Sorry, I have to interrupt you. Here goes Jaden Irish. Plays the ball out wide to Kane Farrell. So he looks to drive... Ooh, a dodgy looking tackle there. As Colney Heath look to break. And they play a beautiful little outside ball. And drives... Great save there from Robbie Ponting to deny Colney Heath from equalising as we approach the hour mark in this game.
Sorry, just on the long ball point. I personally would play a bit of long ball today rather than playing out for the back, because it's quite easy to misplace a pass in these wet conditions or play it too short. So we'll have to see if that tactic for either team comes back to haunt them at the end of the game.
Because skidding's been quite an issue throughout the game as well. The ball zipping all over the place, and players are finding it difficult to control the ball. Possibly the ball's too wet, their boots are too wet, the ground's too wet.
Precisely. Which is why long ball, and they can win it further up the pitch and launch the attack from there.
As we look at a Colney Heath corner from the right hand side, look to whip it in to find the equaliser as we reach the hour mark in this game here at Second Meadows. The rain continues to pour down in almost a horizontal fashion. It's a looped ball in and well cleared by Gareth Hunt as Charlie Black looks to close down the defence, and it's intercepted there by Gaz Hunt, and Nick Elliott plays the ball out wide to Kane Farrell. Well held up there by Farrell as his team look to get forward, although it does give the opportunity to Colney Heath to get back and restructure. Here's James Cooper to Hunt.
Lovely little ball round
Back
the
to
corner.
Cooper. Intercepted there by... Well, that was a good touch there by Cameron to hold up play, but well hustled there by Nichols Benson. Biggleswade United look to attack once again. Ball out wide to
Sloppy.
Kane Farrell, but again, could that be blamed on the conditions?
I think that was just a poor ball from Nick Elliott, who's actually had quite a good game. So unlike him, but as I said, I don't think you can blame the conditions for that.
He's usually quite a good passer, as you were back in your day.
I used to play in the Watford Friendly League back in my day.
You know what league?
My fellow co-commentators and spectators are actually mocking that I used to play in the Watford Friendly League.
Apologies for any offensive language you may have heard there.
Yeah, I used to play for HMH.
What does that stand for?
It stood for Hendon and Mill Hill, which... Again, I'm getting apologies for anything you heard.
Other commentators are available.
Other commentators are available.
They just like to choose the best, don't they, Matt?
They just like to choose the best.
The ball's been out of play for a long time here, but here goes the throw-in down the right-hand side. Biggleswade United shepherd it out for a throw-in to the Reds. Would it be about now that you'd bring on substitute?
I would, yeah. It's just past the hour mark. This is exactly where I'd look to freshen it up, but Christian knows what he's doing, so it's obviously a reason why he hasn't brought anyone on yet.
Could it be maybe the players on the bench are too cold, considering the conditions?
Well, obviously they need to warm up. You can see a couple of players on the touchline warming up now. So I'm sure in the next 5-10 minutes.
And it's intercepted there by Jack Woods for Colney Heath as he looks to play a ball forward, but it's well cut out and then cleared sideways, but only as far as Tom Carter in the Colney Heath colours of black and white. And here goes Robbie Ponting, and that's cleared, but not only as far as a Colney Heath player as they equalise in the 63rd minute. Poor play there from Biggleswade United, failed to clear. What are your take on the goal, Matt?
That's got to go down as a goalkeeping error. The punch didn't have anywhere near enough distance. Nowhere near. But good finish.
It's 1-1 in this game here at Second Meadow between Biggleswade United and Colney Heath in the 63rd minute. And I'll get the goal score information as soon as possible for you. Just unsure at the current moment. It's a shame because Biggleswade had been, in control of the game almost up until that point. So they've got to go again.
Well, they have, and the conditions aren't favourable. But this is where we see what they're made of, whether they can go on and get this winner.
Because of course, Colney Heath are actually 18th in the league. They have played 4 less games than Biggleswade United, who sit in 10th themselves. But
so on the basis of this performance, do you think they can go up this season? Biggleswade United.
I'm not sure, Matt. I mean, they got the goal to go ahead, and that's an awful tackle there from Nick Elliott, and he'll be lucky to get away with a booking there. I mean, sliding in to number 11, Jack Woods of Colney Heath there, and he's lucky to escape a booking. Could that be blamed on the conditions, that tackle, or was that just a loss of his head?
I think partially. You're a bit more out of control on this slippery surface. However, that was out of control.
It was. And here's a Colney Heath free kick just on the edge of the centre circle. They play it forward, and that's a good header away from Joe Gorman. And here's Nick Elliott, who turns and looks to play it. He plays a nice cross ball, but it's intercepted too easily from the Colney Heath defence. Chairman Chris Lewis telling me that it's a poor ball, and I stand corrected because it was a poor ball from Nick Elliott, and he should have done better. He should have looked at his other options and considered playing it out another side, but then again, he's on the pitch, I'm not. What do I know? Played back to Steve Cunningham in the Colney Heath net. Header well won there. As here goes Tom Carter down the left-hand side. He plays a 1-2 with Bruce Cameron.
What did Elliot say?
You turned on YouTube, you'd have seen it to corner.
Put out for a Colney Heath corner. The left-hand side as the rain almost intensifies here to signify the feelings of the Biggleswade United players, but that's a good header clear there
Are you
from Nick Elliott.
Are you surprised the ref didn't call this game off for a waterlogged pitch at all, Cameron?
The ball's not getting stopped. If anything, it's speeding up because of the conditions, as we mentioned earlier. As here's a ball put into the box. It's out wide to Colney Heath, number 16. Passes it to Reece Cameron, who still controls it. A great save there from Robbie Ponting to deny Colney Heath from going 2-1 up. A great save, Matt. What are your thoughts on it?
Fantastic save, and the game suddenly exploded into life. I mean, it's only taken 66 minutes, but we've finally got a game on our hands as we have a Colney Heath corner.
Are you brave enough to predict a winner up until now, or from now, or are you sticking to your guns and saying and keeping your prediction the same as a draw? I can't really see what's happening, but Biggleswade United look to counter-attack. Here's Gaz Hunt. Pulls up the ball a bit.
Lovely. That was a lovely pass.
Kane Farrell plays it up, but it's a poor ball, but the clearance is worse. But it's well recovered from Spencer Clark-Mardell from the Colney Heath defence. And again, they seem to be using this long ball more and more as the game progresses. Do you think that's a sign of frustration, or is it just,
Well, it's quite hard in these conditions to zip it along the carpet because you lose control of the ball. So I can fully understand why, but I know the manager likes to play out from the back, so I'm not too sure if he'll be happy.
Ball played wide. Out to Nichols Benson, and he holds the ball up. Plays it down to Cooper, but the ball is too much on that ball for Cooper to get anything on that. Of course, this is the third time, in 3 consecutive games that Biggleswade United have surrendered a 1-goal lead going into half-time. What could that be put down to?
I think it's a loss of concentration. The players need to stay mentally focused from minute 1 to minute 90.
Couldn't agree more with that, Matt. I mean, there hasn't appeared to be a distinct lack of concentration since going 1-0 up, but possibly the conditions have weakened their mindset and they're feeling the temperature a bit.
Precisely.
As Biggleswade United concede a free kick within the middle third, sorry. Although the ball is then wasted by Colney Heath and out for another Biggleswade United throw in. On the bottom left-hand side, as we look at it here, Matt.
I'm not sure if you...
An incisive ball played, but it's easily picked up there by Robbie Ponting in the Biggleswade United net. And pressure. Oh, that's a great little touch there. And here goes Jaden Irish.
Need more of that.
Drives
that
to the
one-touch football.
Right.
You say you need more of the one-touch football there, Matt?
Yeah, you don't need to take a touch. You can play it first time. Especially in this weather, the ball will do the work for you. Lovely touch. Stone dead. There's from the number 10.
Here's Farrell and Hunt. Another misplaced pass from Biggleswade United. And then there we go again. A long ball from Colney Heath up to Reece Cameron, who drives down the right hand side. Looks to play it into the middle, and he does, but it's well caught in the Biggleswade United net by Robbie Ponting.
And I'm not sure if the pictures are quite
and that's a good ball there from Charlie Black down into the right hand corner. Will he look to play it in, or will he drive? That's a good ball. That's a penalty, surely. Oh no, a free kick. My mistake. It's a free kick to Colney Heath. Possibly could have made more of that situation.
Yeah, I think definitely, but he had to challenge for it in that situation.
Ball's won in midfield by Colney Heath, although it's then lost again as Joe Gorman looks to play out from the back once again. Here's Jaden Irish. Biggleswade United still in possession. Plays it out wide to James Cooper. Oh, and Charlie Black concedes a free kick, possibly closing down the keeper a bit too much in that situation. Are you a fan of pressing, or would you like to sit back if you were a manager? Would you sit back and absorb the pressure, or would you be up there, you know, playing Jurgen Klopp's gegenpressing, as he calls it?
Well, Cameron, I don't think you can press from minute 1 to minute 90, but you've got
It's a tough art, isn't it? I mean, your players have got to be really fit to be able to do that.
Precisely, and you've got to make sure they have the right diet, the right lifestyle.
And do you think at this level of football, one is able to keep that sort of level going? Because, I mean, Premier League players struggle to keep the pressing as high, but then again, it's a higher intensity sort of football. This is intense in another sort of manner, that, you know, it's a cold Tuesday night. There's about 100 fans here in the stadium cheering either side on, and it's 1-1. It's getting tense. We've got 20 minutes left of the game, excluding added time. As Biggleswade United win a free kick just inside their own half. Will they look to take it quickly? No, the referee pulls it back.
I don't think the pictures are quite doing it justice as to how heavy the rain is falling here. It really is coming down hard now.
That's right, Matt. The rain keeps pouring. Again, in a diagonal fashion, coming across the pitch. I mean, it must be quite hard for the players to see if the ball's up in the air in the floodlights and interrupted by the rain as well. Colney Heath play a ball forward. Joey Gorman plays it back to Robbie Ponting. He's got options at the back. He plays it out wide. And he plays it back to his centre-back partner, Joe Gorman. Here's Farrell. Loses possession. It's Colney Heath look to drive, and that's a great turn there from Adam Lowton in the Colney Heath colours of black and white. 17 minutes to play, Matt. What's your call?
It's very hard to predict. I think.
Do you think Biggleswade United have it in them to grab a winner?
I think they definitely have it in them. But I think at the moment, Colney Heath look the more likely.
They do. They're struggling to get out of their own half, Biggleswade United here. As the ball's played out wide there to Jack Woods. As he looks to cut inside, drives into the box. Oh, and a shot.
Just as I said, they look the more likely.
Well blocked there from the Biggleswade United defence, and it's out for a Colney Heath corner.
A Colney Heath corner, and they say the commentators curse, while the commentator was almost proved right in that situation. Colney Heath almost scored.
As you predicted, of course.
As I predicted. But we'll see what happens from this corner, which Jordan Irish is about to take.
No, he's not, because that's...
No. Sorry. Jack Woods is about to take.
Of course, Jordan Irish plays for Biggleswade United. I don't think he'll be taking a corner for the opposition.
Yeah, I do apologise.
Just a misjudgment in error.
Yes, it's an error.
Error in judgment there from you, Matt, on your behalf. Of course, we're all learning here.
It's my first co-commentary.
I'll say, as much as I respect and admire him. Oh! And as you said, commentators curse, although it is offside. And you were almost proved right about Colney Heath taking the lead with 15 minutes here to play at Second Meadow. But the goal is ruled out for offside. Sorry.
Everyone in the
and a high press there from Gaz Hunt as he looks to play it forward. Here's Charlie Black. Plays it out wide to Kane Farrell. Back to Hunt, who plays it to Elliott, his centre midfield partner. And here goes James Cooper. To Elliott. And he plays a delightful ball. Can he keep it in? He can, James Cooper. And it's out for a Biggleswade United corner. That's very well played from the Reds.
Yeah, and it was very well worked to fashion that opportunity. Gareth Hunt is about to take this corner.
Or is he?
Or is he?
Cooper?
Could be Matt Cooper playing it short to Gareth Hunt. Needs a good delivery.
As the fans go wild, and that's a great ball, and it's out for another Biggleswade United corner. As the ball sails into the car park. I hope there's not too many expensive cars in there. We'll have to be using one of the substitute balls, as that one has gone into the car park. The fans performing the Iceland Viking clap, which was actually invented in Motherwell. Don't you hail from Glasgow? As the ball's played in, and that's a great header, and he's nodded it down. Cooper nods it down, but it just goes over the bar at the far post. What a delivery there.
Fantastic delivery.
From his namesake, Matt Cooper.
Quite incredible how he missed that.
It's just a simple nod down, wasn't it, Matt? You were quite a good header of the ball in your day.
Well, I was. I don't like to mention it much, but yeah, as I said, it was a simple chance, and Biggleswade have to start taking these if they want to move up the league.
They really do. There's the long balls played forward, but to nobody once again. As Tom Carter clears into midfield. Can't quite see who that is. It's Nick Elliott taking a little slide there as the ball's then again cleared downfield. As Reece Cameron does very well to keep it in, and Joe Gorman concedes the free kick. Colney Heath look to take it quickly. Here goes Tom Carter running down the left wing. Tom Carter with the free kick. Played to the edge of the box. Nodded in. And it's offside. Colney Heath, free kick to Biggleswade United. With 12 minutes to play of this game and added time. Biggleswade United and Colney Heath both searching for that late winner. That all-important goal that could help Biggleswade United climb up the table.
This is better.
And it's a free kick, as you say that, Matt. Nick Elliott is fouled. Biggleswade United have the free kick just inside their own attacking third.
Yeah, and Benson is about to take this free kick. Looks like it's going to be an in-swinger with his right foot. Good delivery needed. And the fans behind the goal really starting to make a great atmosphere here at Second Meadow.
It is an in-swinger. And here goes Nick Elliott. Can he get a shot away? And that's... Oh, Nick Elliott is pulled back there by one of the Colney Heath defenders. There's a shout for a penalty there, but nothing given.
No, nothing doing.
We've got the ball boy there in Elliot Brown, helping his team along. In fact, he is general manager at the young old age of 20. It's quite a rise up through the ranks for Brown, who only joined the club last January.
Well, it was, and he deserves it. He works hard. He comes week in, week out.
A very committed member of this Biggleswade United family.
And it goes.
And there's a great ball in from Jaden Irish, but it's cleared away. Will Cooper let it run for a corner? No, he won't. He pulls it back to Nichols Benson. Again, it's cleared by the Colney Heath defence.
It's 30 seconds behind the pictures, so if we need to double check something. The commentary won't be 30 seconds behind, will it?
So we can check something. No, they'll do that.
Oh, and the foul conceded. The referee, the player's incensed with the referee.
Yeah. It'll be in line. Yeah. Give me a heart attack.
Nick Elliott, who's already been warned by the referee, could be facing a yellow card soon enough if his attitude continues in this way.
Yeah, I mean, he's kept his cards in his pockets today. the referee, but
Because of course Elliot rightly incensed there by that decision. It was just a fair tackle considering the conditions. Gorman closed down. Former Inverness Caledonian Thistle player, of course, where I hail from.
and that was great play under pressure. Showed good composure there.
There's Elliot. Nice one-touch football there from Kane Farrell takes a tumble in these wet conditions. The rain eases off slightly, although it has become more vertical, suggesting that, and that's an awful tackle there. And number 14 for Colney Heath, Charlie Tilbrook, will be lucky to get away with just a warning here. No substitutes as of yet from either manager. Oh, no, I stand corrected. Here comes a change.
Just as you say that, Cam. Just as you say that, looks like we do have a substitution. Which is... and a yellow card. The first of the match, I believe. Is it?
Number 12, Nichols Benson, coming off. Number 10, sorry, coming off. For number 12, Lee Bilcock. Looks like here Jaden Irish has moved out to right wing, and Bilcock appears to be playing as a striker, as Jurgen Klopp used Stephen Corker for that famous game against Norwich, where they did come back and win in the 97th minute, 5-4, with Adam Lallana grabbing that famous equaliser. And the ball was well nodded on there by Wilcock. First involvement in the game, and here's Black. Ball to Bilcock. Can he get a shot away? Is the referee going to... Biggleswade United fans incensed by that decision, but from the referee.
Well, they were, because they got two decisions that went against them, both of which I think were wrong decisions.
Dubious?
They were dubious, and we'll see it. We'll see it on the replay. We've got the hindsight of replays these days.
Of course, back in my day when I started commentating, I didn't have the benefit of live replays. I mean, although this one is 30 seconds behind, it's a great feature to have, to be able to, you know, regather our thoughts and be able to see if, in fact, the decision was dubious. And that is very well controlled there by Colney Heath, number 6, Alfie Osborne. Although it's offside, and Biggleswade United have another free kick. There's been quite a lot of offside in this game, Matt. Quite a lot of offside decisions against Colney Heath. Do you think they're fair decisions?
I think they just need to hold their runs and not go as early as they are.
Of course, they are quite quick players, but so the Biggleswade United defenders, and they're second to it, and they're holding their line very well, and, you know, creating that offside trap that is actually working quite well for them.
Exactly, and it comes from Christian working on the training pitch, day in, day out. And it's
Ball here with Jack Woods. A rare venture from left midfield into centre mid. And well cleared there.
Getting some hailstones? No, it's just the lead.
All right.
Ball played out.
Jayden, push up, push up, push up.
A nice square ball to fellow centre back Cooper. Here's Gorman. Long ball played again, trying to pick out Kane Farrell. Colney Heath defence second to it.
Come to my man of the match. Please.
Another call for offside. Christian really has his players very regimented, doesn't he?
Well, I think he does, as I just said, and the Colney Heath players are getting perhaps a bit too excited, going too early. They just need to check their runs, maybe go into out, and they'll get more opportunities fashioned that way.
You were quite a nimble player back in your day, managing to score quite a hefty number of goals in the Watford Friendly League. Could you see yourself playing for such a prestigious club?
I could. I remember one goal I scored, particularly against Brady. I ran the whole pitch. But anyway, back to the game.
Apologies, getting distracted there. Here's Irish to Elliott. Back to Bilcock and Farrell, the goal-scoring defender. Could he take a shot here? No, it's well played out to Nick Elliott, who plays it wide, although it's intercepted again, and another misplaced pass there by Elliott. Not like him. But that's well covered there by former Inverness Caledonian Thistle player Joe Gorman. He might not have got a first-team appearance, but I'm seeing signs of real potential here.
As we...
As it played, and it's made 2-1. And it's Rhys Cameron for Colney Heath, who slots in. As Colney Heath complete the comeback, having been 1-0 down, heading into half-time. The fans abject here at Second Meadow. You could hear a pin drop almost at the moment.
Yeah, look.
And that's just... Would you like to give us a play-by-play of that, Matt?
So the number 15 tried to buy a foul, but he was completely out of position for the goal. Hence, Rhys Nelson had a simple tap-in, really. But as I said before, you could sense it was coming for Colney Heath.
They had been the better side almost. I mean, it pains me to say it, but they'd been dominating through this half, and Biggleswade United just aren't taking their chances well enough recently. And as you said, if they want to look to climb the table, they're going to have to start taking these opportunities with a bit more, initiative and conviction. Exactly. Conviction is the perfect word to use in this situation. As the Colney Heath players waltz back to their own half, as if the game's already won. Trying to kill some time, which,
Who's number 3?
Actually.
Number 3. Off the pitch. He's off the pitch.
Oh, he's off the pitch. I've just gone off the pitch. Ross Taylor just gone off the pitch, but he does rejoin the action here in the 89th minute. It's 2-1 to Colney Heath with just 2 minutes to play of this game, as Charlie Black hustles the defence and wins the ball back, but he's being held on to there by the Colney Heath defence, and Biggleswade United are awarded a free kick with a minute to play of normal time. Biggleswade United have a free kick on the left hand side of the pitch. Looks like it's going to be taken by Kane Farrell or Gaz Hunt. Really need to equalise here, don't they, Matt? Otherwise it will be a 4th consecutive game without a win.
Well, they do, and if they score here, it'll feel like a win for Biggleswade United and a loss for Colney Heath.
That's right. Is it going to be an in-swing? It is. It is going to be an in-swing, I hear, from Farrell. No, not from Farrell, sorry. From Hunt. Hunt plays the ball in. That's a good-looking ball. Well cleared there by the Colney Heath defenders. As Rhys Cameron here looks to break. He's got no support. And it's well blocked there by Ross Taylor. Ball played up by Cooper. Again. Out, and here goes Cameron on the counter-attack. Oh, but that's a great sweeper-keeper effort from Robbie Ponting as Hunt regains possession. And full time, even though my watch is only saying the 89th minute, I guess the referee has the correct time on his watch, but that is it here from Second Meadow. Matt, I didn't have time to ask you, who's your man in the match for the game?
I think it has to be the match winner, Rhys Cameron. He took his goal really well and put a real shift in all evening.
And what about your player of the match for Biggleswade United?
For Biggleswade United, it would have to be Kane Farrell. Did his job very well, went about his business in a very efficient and professional manner.
That's not the first time that he's been awarded a man of the match for this season. Could you see him possibly getting player of the year for United?
I think if he carries on going the way he's going, I don't see why he couldn't. What about you? Do you think he could get Player of the Year?
Well, let's ask General Manager Elliot Brown on his thoughts on the match and that matter.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to give a player of the match to a team when it happens like that at the end. I think Kane probably did play one of the best games of the players from Biggleswade there. I think player of the season, possibly. I mean, he got 15 assists last season. I mean, very high numbers from a left back. He's been playing a little bit higher up the pitch as well, so he could contribute to goals, but I think we'd be looking for some more goals from the strikers to be sort of challenging him there for the player of the season.
And what are your thoughts on the match? Finished. Well, that's all we have time for here today at Second Meadow.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it, Cameron. Join us again Saturday, 3 o'clock at Second Meadow, live on Biggleswade United YouTube channel.
And possibly their Facebook page.
And possibly their and Top 11's Facebook page. Thank you.
How could I forget? Thank you. I've been Cameron Hazard. And this is Matt Lang.
Good night.
Fantastic. Even though we're already finished. But
Cheers, guys.
Thank you.
thank you.
I could have gone on forever, but I could have lost my daytime job, so I don't know yet. Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers. Cheers, guys. Thank you.